Welcome to the German Perspective. Today's topic, Trump-Rubio clash on Venezuela, pressure mounts. Good evening. A complex and at times contradictory United States foreign policy is unfolding regarding Venezuela, marked by conflicting statements from President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, even as both apply immense pressure on Venezuela's interim leadership. Just yesterday, President Trump declared that following a United States military operation that led to the ousting of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro, the United States would, for a time, directly govern the South American nation. However, today, January 4th, Secretary of State Marco Rubio sharply contradicted this, stating unequivocally that Washington will not directly rule Venezuela. Instead, Rubio clarified that the United States intends to achieve political change through existing measures, particularly an ongoing oil blockade. Speaking on CBS, Secretary Rubio called this blockade an enormous amount of leverage, affirming it will persist until central demands are met. While expressing confidence that this will bring positive results for the people in Venezuela, he stressed that ultimately the policy serves the national interest of the United States. The focus of this pressure is interim President Rodriguez, who assumed power after Maduro's capture. Secretary Rubio declared the United States considers her regime not legitimate, citing a lack of free and fair elections in the country's history. Yet, he indicated a willingness for conditional cooperation, stating, "The United States government is fundamentally ready to work with the remaining leadership in Venezuela if they make the right decision." Rubio also found discussions about new elections premature at this point in time. Adding to the complexity, Secretary Rubio did not rule out the stationing of United States soldiers in Venezuela, a significant point given President Trump's earlier mention of a military operation. Interestingly, Rubio downplayed the United States' direct interest in Venezuela's vast oil reserves for its own consumption, noting to NBC News that the U.S. has ample domestic supply. The true concern, he revealed, is preventing Venezuela from becoming an operations base for adversaries like China, Russia, Iran, and the pro-Iranian militia Hezbollah. He starkly stated, "Here we live," emphasizing that Washington will not tolerate external actors exploiting resources or establishing a foothold in Latin America. Adding another layer of tension, President Trump, in a telephone interview with The Atlantic magazine, issued a direct threat to Vice President Rodriguez. He warned she could face a higher price than the imprisoned Nicolas Maduro if she does not do the right thing. For her part, Rodriguez has maintained that Maduro remains the country's legitimate president and has thus far resisted United States calls for cooperation, rejecting previous claims that she was ready to work with Washington. This intricate scenario highlights a nuanced but highly assertive United States foreign policy, publicly diverging on direct governance but unified in applying intense economic and geopolitical pressure while leaving military options open. The path forward for Venezuela and its interim leadership remains fraught with uncertainty. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. This video was generated using artificial intelligence. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates. See you next time.